maybe you don't like the other guy running for president. I get it.
Justice Democrats, the progressive group behind successful campaigns like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Jamaal Bowman, Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, Cori Bush, and others, have just released their first pro-Joe Biden ad. Check it out.
For 6 months, everything is COVID this and COVID that. I lost my job because we're all trying to stay at home to get this under control. And our president does what? Are you kidding me? Look, maybe you don't like the other guy running for president. I get it. I don't like anyone right now. But could you do me a favor? Take 10 minutes this November and vote. Can you do that? Can you do that for me, please? Oh, that is it. Wait till your father gets home.
All right. Now, this is a very different ad from what you normally see from the Justice Democrats. Normally, they are very focused on real-world issues, on policy, on discussing the specifics. This is just a purely emotional level ad. I don't know how successful this is going to be. I would think not all that successful. Of course, I agree with the messaging here. Yes, get out Trump, vote for Joe Biden. But I think there is a better way of communicating that by simply discussing many of the disasters that Trump has caused. Before I get there, though, let me get to their wording on how they view the effectiveness of this ad. So Politico writes here, the ad, which is chock full of expletives, is aimed at young people and Black and Latino voters who are unsure whether they're going to the polls, as well as suburban white women deciding between Biden and Trump. Quote, progressives understand what's at stake in this election, said Alexander Rojas, executive director of Justice Democrats, in a statement. A straightforward tell like it is ad like this can cut through for Joe Biden. The results have been showing us that the ad has been resonating with low propensity Black and Latino voters, white women, suburban swing voters, and Bernie-aligned millennials, all of whom have been going through hell these past few months. All right, I mean, I'm assuming they did some focus groups. They got some data around this. I don't think it's that effective. It's cute, but if you are still 3 weeks before the election, still can't decide what you're doing, I don't know how this ad is going to change anything. I think the real reason they put this ad out is because they don't want to be accused of sitting on the sidelines in this election. So in terms of that, I think it's effective. It's effective to show that you were at least out there trying to push people to back Biden to get out Trump. But I don't know how effective the ad is. I think it makes a lot more sense to focus on Trump's many failures. You can discuss how Trump sent federal officers to the peaceful protest to snatch people off the street. You can discuss COVID-19 compared to other major countries and what a disaster Trump has done. You can discuss how the White House abandoned a plan to send 650 million face masks across the U.S. The USPS had this plan ready. It was all set up. Trump stopped it from happening back in April. Imagine if every household had 5 masks. There would be a lot less people with the virus, a lot less dead. But Trump stopped that. There should be an ad on this alone. You can bring up, graphs like this showing how COVID-19 started in a lot of blue states, but then as it grew, went completely to red states as Trump continued to ignore the virus, try and maybe get to his base. I know the Justice Democrats, they're a progressive group. They want to speak to a progressive audience. But I would say an ad like this is more effective at showing just what kind of disaster Trump is. But whatever. Ultimately, I really don't think this ad is designed to change minds. I really just think it's meant to show that they were in the fight. They were out there putting money behind getting Trump out so that there is no blame after the election on the Justice Democrats, which is good. It's important that this group stays in the good graces of certain people in power so that they are allowed to still have a seat at the table and begin and continue to grow the movement. Someone like Alexander Rojas, who has been on CNN, it's important that she is allowed to continue to be on CNN by being in this fight, showing they're in the fight to push out Donald Trump. So, It's something, but I don't think it's really all that effective.